Recording in progress.
Hey everybody, welcome to today's Bendy back class. To get started, I just want to talk about some of the tools that you might want. So I have a couple of blocks, maybe 2 or 3. If you don't have blocks, that's okay. You can use a water bottle, you can use a blanket, some pillows, some firmer pillows. We'll get to that. And then also some sort of band or strap, ideally like a belt, maybe like the thing that you tie a robe with, or a band. Something that you can tie into a loop or be straight. And on that note, let's get started. Here we go. Just want to make sure we're on. Okay. Here we go. We're going to start with jumping jacks. Okay. Jumping jacks. High knees. Kick your glutes. Jumping jacks. And stop. Little twist. Bend in the knees, bring your arms up. Slow it down. Roll your shoulders back. 2, 3, and 4. And forward. 2, 3, and 4. Now the head. Side, side. Now a tilt. Side. Now look. Now down and back on the back. Push your jaw forward, create an underbite. Now stop there. Tuck your pelvis under, roll your shoulders back, tilt your head to the right. Tilt your head to the right. Grab your head with your right hand. Straight left arm and flex your hand. The more you flex your hand, the more beneficial this will be. Here. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Roll your shoulders back. Tuck your pelvis under. Nice straight right arm. Super flexed right hand. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Interlace your hands behind your back here. Little pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a bend in the knees. Forward fold, keeping the fingers interlaced. Release the hands to the ground. Grab opposite elbows and give yourself a little sway. Switch the grip. Interlace the hands behind the neck and give yourself a gentle little tuck. Bend in the knees, slowly roll up. So since we're already in a stand, we're just gonna do a quick shoulder opener at the wall. Okay, so you're gonna make a T with the wall parallel to the floor. You're gonna open up the right hand to meet, open the left hand to meet the right hand here, or just keep it at the hip. We're really just focused on the right shoulder at this moment, making sure that it's nice and straight and parallel to the wall, to the floor, excuse me. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Here. Nice shoulder opener. Oop, this one's a little sticky today. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna do just one more at the wall, but I'll show you on this wall so you can see what my back is doing. We're gonna do a bit of a chair sit. Now we're tucking the pelvis to ground the entire surface area of our spine at the wall. It can be in a full chair sit. I'm gonna save that for in a moment. Okay, so we're really tucking, the whole spine is connected to the wall. We're gonna make little cactus arms, making sure our triceps are parallel to the floor, and we're keeping a nice 90-degree angle in our elbows. Okay, so we're gonna drop it forward and back, forward. 8, 7, 6, 5. Think about your back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, now stop in your cactus. We're gonna bring them up the wall here. Very slow, very intentional. So the minute that any part of your arm comes off the wall, that's your range. See here? Oh, my elbow starts to come up there, so I'm gonna bring it down. Just 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, coming off the wall. Now we'll get into more stuff. Okay, so I'm actually gonna do one more shoulder drill because we're doing a reachy day. So I'm gonna face backwards so you can see what my hands are doing. Okay, you start high. My right arm is gonna go behind my back to interlace my fingers with my left hand, okay? And now the left elbow is gonna bow out to the side, and I'm gonna tilt my head to the left. So I'm bowing my elbow out to the side, and then I'm gonna bring it back, or point it back, and out to the side, and bring it back for 2. Don't forget about the head, it's tilted. Out to the side, bring it back for 3, 4, 5, do 6 to move along. Release slowly, bring your arms back up. And now let's do the other side. So now the left arm is coming behind my back, interlacing the fingers on my right side. My right elbow is bowed out to the side. I'm gonna tilt my head to the right. Okay, and then the elbow is pointing back and side for 1, back, side for 2, back, side for 3, and back, side for 4, don't forget the neck, back, side for 5, 1 more, side and back. Head up, sweep the arms up. Okay, it's gonna be a shouldery day. Okay, so now we're gonna do, we're gonna have your tummies to the floor. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna go at more of an angle here so you can see a little better. Okay, actually we don't need that yet. Just wanna make sure you can see my full chest. Okay, is that good? Yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna do a little bit of a dynamic movement here. So I'm gonna take this off so you can hear me. Okay. Our arms are here behind our head. Okay. So we're gonna do a little chest lift up, and then our right arm, our right elbow is gonna drop to the floor. We're gonna open up the left elbow. We're trying to bring it around to the other side as our left leg sweeps to the side. So nice little side body stretch, a spinal twist stretch here. Bring it back, forward, and then little chest lift, up. Now the other side, left elbow goes down, right elbow opens up, right leg sweeps to the side, and bring it back, little chest lift. So we're just gonna do that 4 times. Right elbow drops, left elbow opens, left leg sweeps to the side, and bring it back, little lift. Left elbow, right elbow opens, right leg sweeps to the side, bring it back. So that was 2 rotations. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Okay, right elbow, left elbow opens, left leg sweeps to the side, and little chest lift. Left elbow drops, right elbow opens, sweeps to the side, bring it back, chest lifts. 1 more. Right elbow drops, left elbow opens, left leg sweeps to the side. Oh, that's good. Bring it back, little chest lift. Left elbow drops, right elbow opens, right leg sweeps to the side. Down, little chest lift. All right. Just maybe put that there so it's out of my chest standing area. Okay, so next, we're staying on our tummies for a minute. Now is a time where you might want a block or a pillow under your tummies. I'm gonna get pretty specific here, so I'm gonna angle a tiny bit more. Okay. So we just don't want to worry about our tummies. Okay, so we're gonna have our tummies on a block or a pillow of some kind. And for a bonus in all of this, if you wanna have a block in between your ankle to remind you to squeeze the glutes, we'll see. But the focus here is our shoulders. So now you'll want a block. If you don't have a block, use something that's roughly shoulder width apart. Maybe it's a water bottle, maybe it's a shoe, I don't know. As long as we're keeping our hands shoulder width apart and our elbows shoulder width apart. Okay. This is also gonna be a weird one because our head stays down. So our head is down. Okay, our block is in our hand and our elbows are in. Okay, our elbows are in line with our wrists. They're not bowing out to the side. It's very important that they are in. And if you're finding that your elbows are starting to bow out, now is a great opportunity to use that band, that loop. So I'll just show you what I mean here really quick. If you need that extra little reminder, get a loop and get it around your elbows so that they are shoulder width apart, so that they don't bow out to the side. Okay, maybe you need it a little tighter too. Okay, now, our head stays down, our elbows are bent, and making a nice 90-degree angle. Okay, and we are going to, with bent elbows, we are gonna lift and lower, but keeping that shape in the elbows. Head stays down, pelvis is tucked. We're lifting and lowering for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last one's gonna stay, 2, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now stay even longer. Now we're gonna straighten and we're just gonna lift and lower with straight arms, but still keeping those elbows in. So for 8, tuck the pelvis, squeeze the glutes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one stays for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring it back to a bent elbow. Now we're gonna stay lifted for the whole time and we're going back and forth between straight and bent. In fact, I need my band a little tighter. Just an extra little reminder. Okay. Here we go. Tuck the pelvis, squeeze the glutes, head stays down, elbows are lifted. We're going from straight to bent and thinking of touching your scapula if you can. That was 1. 2, 3, 4, stay lifted, squeeze the glutes. 5, 6, 7, 8, and come up. Whew. How do your shoulders feel? Okay, come on up. We're gonna take that band again. It's ideal if it's elastic, but I'm using this because it's more commonly found around the house. We're just gonna do a couple of over the head. If you do not have elastic, make sure that you're not grabbing too close, right? You want it, this should just be gentle. We're just gonna do a couple reps for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, now we're going into that puppy press. So we're gonna not do it on the wall today. We're gonna do it on the floor using blocks. And again, if you don't have blocks, cups, water bottles, anything that is firm that you can elevate. I mean, even a chair, really. Okay. So we're going into our puppy press. Now, actually, we're gonna keep the band on because we're gonna think a lot about what our shoulders and elbows are doing. So we wanna make sure that we're really utilizing this, your anterior serratus muscle, making sure that it's wrapping around to help you externally rotate. So you can externally rotate, flex the hands, and stretch out and up, thinking of hugging the ears with your biceps. Let me move this again, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna put this back on the elbows. Okay. And you can find that external rotation if you go to your tabletop and just sort of explore your range of motion in your arms. When your elbows are pointed forward, that is your range of motion, or excuse me, that's when you're externally rotated. That's what we're going for pretty much in anything with an overhead reach. Okay? So hands are on the blocks. Hips are back. We're externally rotated in the elbows. And we're dropping. Okay. Now we're gonna tuck the pelvis and arch and look forward for 1. Tuck the pelvis, look through the legs. Arch and look forward for 2. Tuck the pelvis, look through the legs. Arch, look forward for 3. Tuck the pelvis, look through the legs. Arch, look forward. For 4, tuck the pelvis, look through the legs. Arch, look forward for 5. 1 more. Tuck the pelvis, look through the legs. And arch and look forward. Okay. Now we're gonna do the elbows, but we're still gonna keep our band on, okay? So our elbows are up, and in fact, just to make sure that we're really keeping a nice straight line, if you wanna grab a block or a water bottle or something that helps you keep your hands shoulder width apart, that would be great. Okay, oopsies, pulled them too far forward. Here, our elbows are going to the block or the chair or whatever you're elevated on. Hands are holding something to keep them shoulder width apart. We're scooching back. We're gonna do that same thing 6 times. So we're arching and looking forward, tucking the pelvis, and rounding in the spine. Arch, look forward. Tucking the pelvis, rounding the spine for 2. Arch, look forward. Round out the spine for 3. Arch, look forward. Round for 4. Arch, look forward. Round for 5, 1 more. Arch, look forward. Good, now since we're here, play around with where the knees are. Where are you finding more stretch? When you're opened? Or maybe when you're a little higher? Everyone's bodies are a little different, so you'll find a different stretch depending on which part of your body is elevated. Okay, yeah. Take a quick sip of water. Okay. We're gonna meet in a reverse tabletop. Get your tools off to the side here. Okay. Okay, so we're just meeting in a reverse tabletop here. But to start, we're just gonna flip the hands so the fingers are pointing away from us. Okay, and now we're gonna scooch our booties away just to open up those shoulders in the other direction now. We're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bring your booties back. Now flip the hands so that the fingers are facing us, right, our torso. Now find your reverse tabletop. Make sure that your heels are stacked under your knees and you're going all the way up to a hollow body, squeezing the glutes. And actually, this is, since it's my kryptonite, or my Achilles heel, I am going to squeeze a block in between the legs because I'm trying to train good, healthy lines. This part, the block in between the knees is not necessary. Okay, here we go. We're going up to reverse tabletop, squeezing the glutes, and back down to a sit, but not all the way, right? Just a light sit. Reverse tabletop, and sit for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Come down. Okay. And just before we move on to like the ooey gooey stuff, we're just gonna do a quick little cat cow, just 4 of them. So just dropping and arching and looking up. And when we look up, push that jaw forward again. Create that underbite. It looks funny, but it's really nice for that stretch in the neck. Okay, so we're dropping for cow, looking up. And rounding the spine for 1. Arch, look up. Rounding the spine for 2. Arch, look up. Rounding the spine for 3. Arch, look up. And rounding the spine for 4. And since we're here, go to a neutral spine here and think about that external rotation in the elbows. Okay, so our elbows are forward and we're gonna round out the spine and create space in our scapulas. So we're just doing little shoulder push-ups. So we're not doing nothing from the elbow, we're not dropping in the spine, we're just rounding in the upper back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step there and push back into your down dog. And also let's talk about some things here in your down dog for this class. Again, you're thinking about external rotation. Your elbows are forward, your hands are in line with your shoulders, and you're opening up, right? So your head should be through the arms. Even if that means you have to take your legs a little wider, that's fine, but we really want to be opened up in the shoulders. here. So now we're going to bring it forward to that plank, drop it down to a push-up, arch back with that underbite. We're doing that 4 times. So open up to your down dog, plank, push up, arch back for 1, plank, push up, arch back for 2, down dog, find your plank, push up, arch back for 3, bring it to a plank, push up, arch back for 4, and we're actually gonna just stay here. Okay. Again, take a quick sip of water. I'm just gonna make sure that we have, okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, so we're gonna have that block between the ankles again, or something between the ankles to keep them in line with your hips. Should get a good grip on it. Okay, so we're here. Our elbows are stacked under our shoulders, and we're not gonna let ourselves sink into our shoulders, right? Really pushing out and up. Maybe for this, you might want a little pillow under your tummy just to help you think of not dumping into your lower back. Okay, and we're gonna lift the legs. And also, since we're here, let's just get a little specific. You're in your cobra, sphinx, whatever you wanna call it. You're gonna pull yourself forward, thinking of dropping just the first rib to the floor and then arching back, tucking the pelvis, squeezing the glutes, sitting up out of your shoulders. Now we're gonna lift the legs straight legs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, I just wanna make sure that I have everything. We're doing that. Now we're gonna push back with the hands, but we're gonna go really slow, just 3 times. So you think of pulling yourself forward to just get that first rib. We're still tucked in the pelvis, your glutes are still squeezed, and we're still squeezing that block. Now we're going to think of leading or initiating this movement with the head. That's going first. Arch back, and we're slowly arching back. And now on the down, you're thinking of, again, pulling yourself forward and then unraveling 1 vertebrae at a time, right? So we're really trying to articulate in that upper back while still thinking about our technique in the lower back. Okay, here we go. Reset, tuck the pelvis, squeeze the glutes, push up out of the shoulders. We're pulling forward, arching back with the head for 1, 2, 3, 4, and down, 6, 7, 8, up, 2, 3, 4, down, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Now center the right hand, lift the left arm high. And now we're gonna bring that left arm around behind us and try to reach for that right thigh. Here, bring it back up and down, replace it with the other side. Right arm high. And reach around to grab that left thigh. and back up. Down. Now even out those hands. We're going to come down by pulling ourselves forward and unraveling. One vertebrae at a time. Okay, so get that block out of here. Since we're already on our tummies, we're just gonna do a quick little passive stretch. Here, pull that foot to your booty. Good. Other side. Good. Okay. Now get rid of that pillow here. We're gonna do one more quick thing before we go to the wall. Okay. So you're still thinking of tucking the pelvis. Our arms are gonna be up over our heads. We're gonna lift both our our legs and our chest at the same time. We're opening and bending the knees and back down for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Push it back to a down dog. A child's pose. Maybe give yourself some love taps. Okay. So we're gonna spend quite a bit of time on the wall here. So grab a drink of water. Let's get nice and set up. Just want to make sure you can see. I will probably actually be going back and forth between forward angle and side angle, just so you can see everything up accurately. But we are going to be starting with the blocks flat. So they're either flat against the wall like this, or the second height. So the first height or the second height, but we're saving the tall height for later. Okay, I'm gonna start with the second height. Okay, I'm pushing my mat up against the wall, just so that we're as prepared as we can be. Pardon me. Okay. Now you're gonna want maybe a pillow at your side, for sure your band, or whatever you have, and your water for sure. And then your item that you're using, whether it's a block, a water bottle, or whatever, but that item to keep your hands shoulder width apart, just have that ready by your side. And let's get right to it. So I'm gonna put my right knee up on the block, okay? Actually, I'm gonna bring this closer just so you can see. Yeah, I think that would be better. So you can lift it a tiny bit. Yeah, that's better, right? Yeah, okay. So my right knee is up the wall, or excuse me, my right shin is up the wall. And I'm gonna bring my left knee down to this little, like a Y scale froggy. So not a proper froggy out to the side with a 90-degree angle. We're just bringing it up to the side. Now for this, you can either have your elbows bent, or they can be straight, but wherever you're finding a nice stretch. This stretch, we're focused on the right hip flexor. So the one with the shin up the wall. Okay. Good. Wherever you're finding this stretch, we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's switch. So now my right or left knee is gonna go up the wall. Left knee on the block, left shin up the wall. Right leg is going into that Y scale bent. So wherever you're feeling a stretch, you want to feel it in your hip flexor of the back leg. Okay, so maybe it's down, maybe it's up. Really just trying to open this up. Good. Okay, bring it down. We're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now bring both knees up to the blocks. Just gonna make sure you can see everything. Here we go. Okay. Both knees up the blocks. And this is a moment where you could use a pillow. We just really want to make sure we're not dumping into the lower back. Okay. Okay, so our elbows are bent. And for this one, we're going to go between bend and straight, but this straight doesn't have to be wrist stacked under your shoulder. It can just be a nice gentle one for now. But we're still thinking about tucking the pelvis, squeezing the glutes. We're just going to lift with a neutral head, lift and lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the reason that these are so small is because I'm really trying to target the upper back, right? So we're really trying to keep that first rib, maybe even the first couple of ribs, to the floor. We're just trying to get into the upper mid-back region. That's why these arch backs are so micro. Okay, next one, we are going to actually stack the wrists this time. And we're arching back and also taking the head with it. So keeping that underbite thing in mind, right? So we're arching back, push the jaw forward. So we're arching back and then pushing our booties back to the wall and rounding the spine. So that's 1. And push it back for 2. Push it back for 3. Arch. Push it back for 4. Push it back for 5. Make sure that you're still squeezing the glutes. I am really bowing in with my feet. So arch back. And booty back for 5. 3 more. Push back for 6. 2 more. Push back for 7. 1 more. Push back for 8. And then we're going to stop in the arch here. And now we're going to try to kick the head for 8. Squeeze the glutes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Yeah. Come out of that for a moment. Take a sip of water. It's a good one. I'm really liking the block in between the ankles because I definitely have a little turnout problem. Extremely externally rotated, no internal, which makes squaring off things quite challenging. So we're training this together. Okay. Yeah. So I did want to take just one more round of it, just 4, not 8. But I want to do the tall blocks. Just one quick round and only 4, not 8. So bring those knees right back up. Don't worry about the pillow anymore because you might be hovering. Unless your tummy is touching, then grab the pillow. Okay. Okay, so now we're doing the tall blocks. We're making sure that our wrists are stacked up under our shoulders. And we're making sure that we're still squeezing the glutes the entire time and not letting ourselves sink into our shoulders. We're really pushing out. Here we go, arch back. And tuck for 1. Tuck for 2. Tuck for 3. And tuck for 4. Good. Okay, come out of that. So we're still going to be using our blocks on the wall. I just want to check the time to make sure that we... Yeah, yep. We have enough time for this. Good. Okay. I think to start, probably flat is fine. The first height is totally fine. For this one, I'm going to show in both directions. Okay. So I'll just start so you can see my left shin up the wall. We're doing a quick 90-90 just to open up that front of the leg. Okay, but here I want to keep a nice 90-degree angle in the front thigh, and then we're tucking the pelvis under. Okay, so we're actually here. We're in this shape. So keep all that in mind. I'm going to pivot here so you can see a little better what my arm will be doing. Okay, so I'm making that 90-degree angle with my front leg, tucking the pelvis, squeezing the glutes, because this exercise is really just to open up that hip flexor, thigh. Okay, tucking the pelvis. My right leg is in front. My right arm is gonna go high. My bicep is hugging my ear. We're gonna port a bra to the side. You can use the wall, chair, whatever you can reach. Maybe a block here. Okay, so we're tucking, arm up, over to the side. Now our elbow and our chest is gonna open up to the ceiling for 8 and 7 and don't lose your technique, don't lose your shape. 6, 5, 4, 3, tuck the pelvis, squeeze the glutes. 2, 1, good. Now bring it to your lunge. Your stacked lunge. So your knee is still stacked over your heel, but we're actually opening up here. We're opening up. Dropping down. Okay, So this is actually a moment where you might want something on either side of you for a little bit of balance, but we're just gonna do a quick round of this. Okay, so you're in your lunge. I want you to think of sitting up, but never letting go of your glutes, okay? So squaring off the hips. We're gonna arch back and then forward fold half split. We're just doing that 6 times. Lunge, arch back, squeeze the glutes. Forward fold half split for 2. And 3. And 4. Forward fold 5. And 6. Good, so now we're gonna stay in that lunge. We're aiming to arch back, but now you'll wanna grab your band, because I really wanna pay attention to what those elbows are doing. So we're gonna get down into the lunge, shin up the wall. We're still thinking about external rotation. You can grab your block or your water bottle or whatever it is to keep your hands separated. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna stick that in there because it's hitting my face. Okay, so we're here. Okay, oh my gosh. We're gonna do this so quick and then we'll get the other side. Okay, we're in our lunge. Our arms are going up. We're bending the elbows, but the biceps stay at the ear. So we're arching back and we're just going between straight and bend. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze the glutes, 2, and 1. Good. Quick other side. Okay. I forgot we end at 55. Oopsies. We might run over a tiny bit. Okay, so now we're doing the right shin up the wall. We're in our 90-90. Tugging the pelvis, squeezing the glutes. Right arm high. We're porta-brawling to the side, and we're opening up the chest to the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Should feel a nice side body stretch here. Good. I'm just gonna stay here for this because you've done it on the other side. Oh, sorry. Remember, it's lunge, arch back, half split with a flexed foot. We're doing that 6 times. So lunge, arch back. Don't forget the glutes. We're squeezing. Forward fold, flex foot, 1. Arch back, squeeze the glutes. Forward fold, flex foot, 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And okay, come out, grab your little loop. Here and here. We're getting into that nice deep lunge. Our arms are going up and we're just bending from the elbows as we're staying in that arch. Here we go. Don't forget the glutes. We're squeezing the whole time so we're not dumping in the lower back. Arms up, bend at the elbows, arch back. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5. Don't forget the glutes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, slowly, slowly come out of that. Take a little child's pose real quick. Maybe give yourself some love taps. Okay. Take a quick sip of water. It's a very shouldery day because even though this is a Bendy backs class, that is so much a part of it. And keeping a nice healthy line when you're doing those overhead reaches in our back bends, it's so important so we don't tweak our shoulders. So just come on down to your back, hug your knees into your chest, give yourself a little rock. We're gonna go into a plow, so take the feet up over the head. I'll put this down here. Okay. And now play around with that tucking of the pelvis and then arching. And tucking and arching. So do you see when you tuck the pelvis here? You have so much more space. Because you're essentially tractioning the spine here, creating space. Yes. Yes. Slowly come out of that one vertebrae at a time. I hope your shoulders feel nice and strong and healthy and open. And thank you all so much for joining me today. Please let me know if you have any questions. Reach out to the studio or me. Yeah, I love breaking down anything with flexibility. So, and have a great weekend. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Bye.
Recording stopped.